Man, oh man. Life's really heading fast towards the speed of craziness. So if this is true, if it's true, and I'm sure it will come out, be verified, people will clarify, etc. But according to the Young Turks, this TYT, on you got a Substack and all that stuff, tyt.com/Substack. But the headline: Iran warned JD Vance about Kushner and Witkoff. I wonder what they could have warned him about. What could you possibly have warned our vice president about those two guys? I want you to hear something real quick.
People are always going to try to influence the United States of America, whether they're allies of ours or whether they're enemies of ours. But again, when I open up the pages of Time magazine and I see that there's a literal foreign influence campaign being funded to tank the very deal that I was pursuing, and oh, by the way, many of the people who were receiving that money were actually attacking me in completely dishonest ways, my response to that is, well, go to hell.
Interesting. I wonder if he's going to say the same thing now.
Whoa, motherfucker said go to hell.
Kushner and Stephen Witkoff.
He's serious.
Ryan Grimm's
Oh, that eyeliner.
reporting today that the Iranians sent Vance a secret note saying,
let me back this up real
these
quick.
guys from the negotiations, there's Kushner and Stephen Witkoff.
Let me back this up. All right. Right after he tells him to go to hole or go to hell, it cuts into the Young Turks, and this is where it starts to get into Kushner and Witkoff a little bit regarding the Iranians and their warning. Now I'm watching this for the first time. I saw this coming across this morning. I had to go get breakfast, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm watching it with you guys the first time, but this is nuts.
Interesting. I wonder if he's going to say the same thing now to Jared Kushner and Stephen Witkoff, because Ryan Grimm's Dropside News reporting today that the Iranians sent Vance a secret note saying, hey, you got to pull these guys from the negotiations. They're self-dealing. Here's the headline. Iran sent message to JD Vance warning that
self-dealing,
abusing their inside access.
Self-dealing and abusing their inside access. That's odd. That's odd. Because I think Kushner has been making a bunch of deals in the Middle East. Allegedly, I don't know. Sounds like it from everybody who talks. Doesn't seem like he's he's got like a fan base around him other than the elites and millionaires and billionaires. But, normal people like us, I don't think we look at him too favorably. I don't really have an opinion. I don't know the guy personally. I haven't really looked into all that stuff. It's just kind of more, that's a lot of clickbait for me right now. But this is definitely a rabbit hole that I might want to clickbait on, because I don't know what else you got to say. What were they talking about?
Negotiations. So Ryan, before I get to some of your reporting here and telling all the facts of the story, just quickly there, that is kind of extraordinary.
I don't want to get busted for copyright and all that stuff. So I'm going to go to Drop Site News right now. See if I can't pull it up. What do you think, after hearing what JD Vance had to say? Because this isn't the first time he's commented about the Israelis should kind of stay in line regarding you're the size of New Jersey. You've got X amount of millions of people. You get X amounts of billions of dollars from us for humanitarian aid, military aid, etc. So that's another thing that interests me right there. Like, a lot of people are going around saying that side of the world has a lot of influence into our government and stuff like that. And you do see with all of the Zionist movement, I think it's very interesting to see how everybody's going back and forth. Again, life at the speed of craziness, this social disorder. You just see the fabric of our society breaking apart. And I've been saying this for a long time. I believe it's by design. I really do. And if you listen to all these financial guys that, content creators, Coach JV, a I like his approach to the whole concept of what's going on, because it's not fear. It's all about educating you and trying to get you to understand, like, hey man, this is how things work in cycles, fear versus greed, etc. Selling the green candles, buying the red ones, etc. He's a great website, go there. Kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, you're just wondering, like, what is, and he talks a lot about the financial reset, and a bunch of these other guys do too. So I wonder if there's something that's, look over here while, we're doing something over there. The way the romper room back in Vallejo used to do it. They'd create a diversion on one side of town, and then they would hit their object on the other side of town while EMS was on the one side. So that gets me making me think, like, what's going on here? And, I mentioned in my previous video about the 7 countries. Hope you guys went down and looked at that. What the 7 countries are supposed to hit. I'd have to look those up real quick. You got it. What? I ain't. Okay, well, I'm not subscribed. Oh, there we go. Iran sells right here. Iran sent message to JD Vance warning that Kushner and Witkoff were abusing their. No, I don't want to. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. During the U.S.-Iran talks in Lake Lucerne, Switzerland, in late June, Iranian negotiators sent a private message to Vice President JD Vance through an intermediary. The Iranians warned Vance that the continued presence of President Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, would undermine the chance of turning the June 17th framework into an enduring deal, a senior Iranian official told Dropsite. Where you gotta go, Sammy Dog? Huh. So, apparently, in the weeks ensuing, oh no, that was before though. So Iranian officials spoke to Dropsite on the condition of anonymity. All right, so right there, we need to question that. On the question of anonymity, I get why they want to be anonymous, because, they're not authorized to speak publicly. This is the backdoor channel. So what was it in the weeks leading up to the signing of the memorandum? All right. I gotta stop this nonsense.